2 sets of bubbles. Okay, finished with my 50-mile race and having a well-deserved bubble bath and champagne to celebrate. I made it before the cutoff. Okay, it's Thursday after the 50-mile race. I'm in recovery week. This is my first day running. I would say that I am barely running. My hip is a disaster. So I don't know. I am only supposed to do 2 miles, which is good. I have been walking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I haven't done nothing exactly, but yeah, this is hard. Okay, I completed my 2 miles of running, and now I'm walking home, limping home. That was a rough 2 miles. Not sure how recovery that is. Although I really don't want to get kind of so stiff it's stiff. I mean, it also just is messed up. Luckily, I do have a PT appointment on Monday. I think I need it. Okay, just got done with PT after my recovery week and after my 50-mile race. My leg is pretty messed up, people. So diagnosis is a second recovery week, which is killing me because I wanted to get back to my running 50 challenge. But if I can't run, that makes that difficult. Got some good TLC massage, and it does feel better. But I'm going to be on the stationary bike for the rest of the week. So that's a bummer, but she thinks it'll get better pretty quick, actually. So I do too, I hope. I did it! I ran my first 50-mile ultra. Wow! Cheers to that. I am super happy and proud of myself that I accomplished my goal, which was to finish before the cutoff. And I did. So that's good. I'm also really happy that I completed the second race of the Running 50 Challenge, a 50-mile race, and pretty happy with how the race went overall. But there were some real struggles during the race, and now some real pain in recovery. So talking about the race a little bit and now how the recovery is going. At mile 40, the wheels kind of came off. Now, to be fair, mile 40 is longer than I've ever run before at one time in my life, so it's probably not totally unreasonable that I started having some trouble. But at mile 40, my hip trouble that has been an issue throughout the challenge just sort of broke me a little bit. Earlier in the race, around mile 21, I think, I took a little fall. It wasn't a catastrophic fall or anything, but I took a fall and I landed on my left side, which probably didn't help my hip or my knee or anything, really. And that might have been sort of the beginning of starting to have some problems there with pain. And then there was the gangster lean. Somewhere after mile 30, I started leaning to the left, which was weird because I couldn't feel myself leaning. I only really ended up noticing when I saw it in my shadow, because it didn't feel like I was leaning over, but I was leaning like this far over. Thanks to top-notch camera work, you didn't really see it too much in the race video. You can kind of see it a little bit, but definitely the last 10 miles, I was really leaning. It looked cartoonish. In fact, on the way down the last 2 miles of the trail, which is in the dark and switchback, single track, the cliff, the edge of the trail is on the left. And my trusty and wonderful crew, my husband, had to keep telling me to straighten up or lean to the right for fear of me going left right over the cliff off the side. So that was pretty interesting. I found out from the Queen, Coach Megan, that leaning is a real thing in ultra running. It's one of the body's ways to compensate for pain, apparently, and just be able to keep going to the finish line. Who knew that was a thing? But I guess you learn a new thing in every ultra race. And I guess, apparently, I'm a leaner. Anyway, I am ending up taking 2 weeks full recovery. Cheers to that. I feel sort of conflicted about it because it doesn't feel true to my challenge of running 50 miles a week for 50 weeks with only 1 week off after each of the ultras. But without another week, I don't know if I could complete the challenge, because I think my hip and body need the relief. So that's the trade-off. And in total miles run, I am still over my goal at this point due to several weeks of running more than 50 miles, and so banking those miles. And additionally, I'm just going to tack on another week at the end, so I will still run 50 miles a week for 50 weeks. So I guess all in all, it's okay, but I still feel weird about it. The Dick Collins Fire Trail 50-mile race was a great event. There were awesome volunteers. I had an awesome support crew cheering me on, which was awesome. And there were other great runners and supportive runners, and it was cool. It was just very cool. It was also really challenging. It's not an easy course. One of the main takeaways is similar to the 50K, which is just the amount of time you are on your feet in an ultra is really a lot. I ran for over 14 hours straight, and that's insane. That's a really long time to be running. 2, having a crazy uphill climb that is basically 4 miles uphill at the end of the race after you've already run more than 40 miles is like super cruel. And finally, it's way too soon for me to know if I will ever do that again or any ultra again. A lot of people that run these races say that you get bitten by the bug, and even if you say you're never going to do it again, you do. And I am not there yet. I am not there yet. I am looking forward to going back to the challenge of just running 50 miles a week, which is 7.17 miles a day, at least for a little while. So, cheers.